Hello everyone, my name is Keith Bowler and I'm a student in History of Psychology or Psych 4472, and today I'll be discussing the idea of the cognitive revolution. So in the year 1960, Donald Hebb served as the president of the American Psychological Association, or the APA. His presidential address discussed the American Revolution, but it was not the American Revolution we may be thinking of. He refers to a cognitive revolution, which in a nutshell was a movement that started in the 1950s that insisted that we focus on mental processes or cognitive processes rather than behavior. And just for future reference, cognitive psychology is defined as the study of the mind and its processes. So this cognitive revolution had multiple phases in psychology, and at the time of his address, only one phase had taken place, which was the behavioristic phase. The issue with the behavioristic phase was that they had banned certain topics such as thought, imagery, volition, and attention. So Hebb insisted that we focus our second phase into the study of cognitive processes. The foundation of the cognitive revolution revolves around this discontentment with behaviorism, as I mentioned earlier, and people had this discontentment for a few reasons. Behaviorism could not explain instinctive behavior that overpowers learned behavior. It also could not answer questions posed by World War II. This included errors by aircraft pilots or wartime decision-making. And most importantly, it could not explain language development. So I feel that it's pretty easy to see how this revolution applies to psychology and daily life. The cognitive revolution created this new way of thinking in psychology that continues to be studied today. Famous psychologists such as Wundt and Tolman, which if you've been studying psychology for a while, then you've probably heard those names 100 times. They studied some form of cognition before it even became popularized. And even an example for myself, I'm taking an entire class on cognitive processes as of the day this video was created. And funny enough, the video that for the class that I'm making this for, it's the same professor. So anyway, and there's so much information to learn from the subject, and there's an entire textbook on the subject called Cognition by Thomas A. Farmer and Margaret W. Matlin. It's important to learn about the revolution because it's one of the few, if any, examples of a psychological revolution, and it created this branch of psychology that puts more focus on areas that we less considered before. So even if you struggle with memory or attention or any other similar issues, it's a great idea to study into cognitive processes because cognitive psychology can explain that and can help you. So that's about all I've got for this video. I know it's a little shorter, but there isn't too much information. So thank you for watching. I hope you learned a thing or two from this video, and hope you're all staying safe during the quarantine, and please stay at home. Alright, have a good one.